Did you know that some small towns in Canada have violent crime rates higher than big cities? And locals openly warn travelers to never stop for gas at night? It sounds shocking, almost impossible, but in 2026, several towns across the country are making headlines for exactly that. From mining towns in Quebec to remote northern communities, ordinary-looking streets hide stories of assaults, robberies, and conflicts that even the most seasoned travelers wouldn't expect. These aren't places you'd see in a travel brochure. Quiet neighborhoods can turn dangerous in an instant, and locals often share stories of tourists who unknowingly wandered into trouble. Studies and police reports confirm that violence in these towns isn't just rumor. It's real, documented, and something every visitor should know about. In this video, we're counting down 10 small Canadian towns so violent that even locals caution against stopping at gas stations. Stick around to discover which towns make the list, and learn how to stay safe if you ever find yourself passing through. Could you imagine driving through one of these towns at night? Comment below and tell us which town surprises you the most. We put in hours of research to bring you these stories, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click. And stay updated on Canada's most shocking small town secrets. Number 10. Prince George. Nestled in the heart of British Columbia, Prince George might look like a peaceful northern town at first glance, but locals know a very different story. In 2026, this town has earned a reputation for high violent crime rates, including assaults, robberies, and alcohol-fueled incidents. Police reports confirm that certain neighborhoods are especially dangerous at night, and many residents openly warn travelers not to stop for gas or wander after dark. Imagine driving down quiet streets, expecting a safe rest stop, only to find yourself in the middle of a heated conflict. This is the reality in some areas of Prince George. The town's challenges stem from a mix of economic pressures, social issues, and substance abuse problems, which have contributed to spikes in violent incidents. So studies on small-town crime in Canada show that places like Prince George often experience higher per capita rates of assaults and theft, even though the town itself seems calm during the day. Visitors are advised to stick to well-lit areas, avoid traveling alone at night, and remain vigilant at gas stations or isolated spots. Even locals recommend planning routes carefully to avoid high-risk neighborhoods altogether. If you find yourself passing through Prince George, preparation is key. Keep your doors locked, avoid flashing valuables, and trust your instincts if something feels off. Remember, the town isn't entirely unsafe. Daytime and populated areas are generally fine, but awareness can be the difference between a safe journey and a dangerous encounter. By taking proper precautions, you can experience this town's natural beauty without becoming part of its crime statistics. Could you imagine stopping in Prince George at night? Comment below and tell us which safety tip surprised you the most. We spent hours researching these towns, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click. And stay informed about Canada's most dangerous small towns. Number 9. North Battleford. At first glance, North Battleford may appear to be a quiet prairie town, but locals know the darker reality. Known for one of the highest per capita crime rates in Canada, this town has struggled with gang activity, alcohol-related violence, and assaults that make residents cautious, especially after dark. Visitors are frequently warned not to stop for gas late at night or park in isolated areas, as even ordinary errands can quickly turn risky. Picture driving down a seemingly calm street, only to notice tense groups gathering near convenience stores. A reminder that danger here is real and unpredictable. Much of the town's crime stems from social challenges, unemployment, and substance abuse, creating pockets of risk that outsiders rarely see on first impression. Research shows that smaller towns like North Battleford often experience concentrated violence in certain neighborhoods, while other areas remain relatively safe. Local authorities recommend staying on main roads, avoiding poorly lit areas, and steering clear of known hotspots for alcohol-fueled incidents. Being aware of your surroundings isn't paranoia, it's essential for personal safety in this community. If you ever find yourself passing through North Battleford, planning and vigilance are your best tools. Stick to well-populated areas, refuel during daylight hours, and avoid interacting with unfamiliar groups in isolated spots. The town's charm, from its prairie landscapes to friendly daytime residents, can be appreciated safely if you take precautions. Remember, it's not about fear, it's about respecting the local reality and traveling wisely. By staying alert, you can navigate North Battleford without putting yourself in harm's way. Could you imagine being warned not to stop for gas in a town like North Battleford? Comment below and share which tip you'd follow first. We spent hours uncovering these hidden dangers, so don't forget to subscribe, it's just one click. And stay aware of Canada's most violent small towns. Number 8. Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay may be famous for its stunning lakes and forests, but behind the scenic beauty lies a troubling reality. Certain neighborhoods in this northern Ontario city are notorious for violent incidents, gang activity, and alcohol-fueled altercations. Locals openly warn visitors to be cautious at night and avoid stopping at gas stations in isolated areas. What looks like a quiet street can quickly become unpredictable, and travelers are advised to stay alert at all times. Imagine pulling into a small station after a long drive, only to see signs of tension or conflict brewing nearby. This is the hidden side of Thunder Bay. The city's struggles are complex. Economic disparities, unemployment, and substance abuse contribute to higher rates of assaults, domestic violence, and theft, concentrated in specific districts. Zerzulati di Trasbuteo, studies on urban safety in smaller Canadian cities, show that certain areas experience disproportionate violent crime, even while the rest of the town feels peaceful. Locals emphasize the importance of avoiding poorly lit streets, staying in populated areas, and keeping valuables out of sight. Awareness and caution are the best ways to navigate safely. If you're driving through Thunder Bay, preparation is crucial. Refuel during the day, plan your route, and avoid wandering into neighborhoods that residents identify as high risk. While the city's natural beauty and friendly daytime atmosphere are worth experiencing, ignoring local warnings can put travelers in danger. Thunder Bay isn't completely unsafe, but respecting local knowledge and staying vigilant is key to staying safe. By following these tips, you can enjoy the city without putting yourself at unnecessary risk. Could you picture driving through Thunder Bay at night? Comment below and tell us which safety tip you'd never ignore. We spent hours researching these towns, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay informed about Canada's most dangerous small towns. Number 7. Elliott Lake. Nestled in northern Ontario, Elliott Lake appears at first to be a peaceful scenic town known for its lakes and forests. But beneath the quiet streets, locals warn of unexpected violent incidents that can turn an ordinary visit into a dangerous situation. In 2026, certain neighborhoods have reported spikes in assaults, thefts, and alcohol-related conflicts, leading residents to caution travelers against stopping for gas late at night or wandering into isolated areas. Imagine pulling into a small station thinking it's safe, only to sense tension among groups of locals. A reminder that appearances can be deceiving in this town. The town's issues are closely linked to economic struggles and the social challenges, including substance abuse, unemployment, and pockets of gang activity. And studies on small-town crime in Canada indicate that even seemingly quiet towns like Elliott Lake can have localized high-risk areas, which makes following local advice essential. Authorities and residents alike recommend sticking to well-populated routes, avoiding dark streets, and remaining alert at all times. If you're passing through Elliott Lake, preparation is your first line of defense. Refuel during daylight hours, lock your doors, and plan your route to avoid neighborhoods flagged as dangerous by locals. While the town has plenty of natural beauty and friendly daytime residents, ignoring these warnings can put visitors at risk. Elliott Lake isn't entirely unsafe, but by trusting local knowledge, staying vigilant, and respecting high-risk zones, you can enjoy your journey safely while appreciating the town's hidden charms. Could you see yourself stopping in Elliott Lake at night? Comment below and tell us how you'd stay safe. We spent hours uncovering these local warnings, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click. And stay alert in Canada's most violent small towns. Number 6. Rouyn-Noranda. At first glance, Rouyn-Noranda seems like a peaceful mining town in Quebec's Abitibi-Témiscamingue region. Surrounded by forests and lakes, it gives off the impression of a quiet, remote community. But locals warn visitors that violent incidents, alcohol-fueled fights, and thefts are more common than outsiders realize. In 2026, residents caution against stopping at gas stations late at night or walking through certain neighborhoods alone. Imagine arriving after a long drive thinking you're safe, only to notice groups lingering near gas stations. An unsettling reminder that even small towns can have high-risk areas. Much of the town's challenges stem from social and economic pressures, including the remnants of mining cycles, substance abuse, and unemployment. Reports show that some neighborhoods experience disproportionately high rates of assault and property crime Despite the town's overall calm appearance, local authorities emphasize that staying on main roads, avoiding isolated areas, and keeping valuables out of sight are essential precautions. It's not about fear, it's about being smart and respecting local knowledge. If you're traveling through Rwanda, preparation is key. Refuel in well-lit, populated areas during the day, lock your doors, and be alert for unusual activity. While the town offers beautiful scenery, friendly daytime residents, and rich cultural heritage, ignoring these warnings can put travelers at risk. Rwanda isn't unsafe everywhere, but awareness, vigilance, and following local advice are crucial to staying safe while passing through this picturesque yet unpredictable town. Could you imagine driving through Rwanda after dark? Comment below and tell us which safety precaution you'd follow first. We dug deep to bring you these stories, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click. And stay informed about Canada's most dangerous small towns. Number 5. Saguenay. Nestled along the Saguenay River and surrounded by dramatic fjords, Saguenay looks like a peaceful tourist destination at first glance. But locals warn that some neighborhoods hide a darker reality. In 2026, certain districts experience higher rates of assaults, alcohol-related violence, and property crime, making residents cautious and travelers wary. Stopping for gas or wandering through these areas after dark isn't recommended. What seems like a calm street can quickly turn unpredictable. Imagine pulling into a quiet station late at night only to see tensions simmering nearby, a reminder that appearances can be deceiving in this scenic town. The challenges in Saguenay are linked to social and economic pressures, including unemployment and substance abuse in specific areas. Studies on small-town violence in Quebec show that even communities with overall low crime rates can have concentrated pockets of danger, which residents know to avoid. Visitors are advised to stick to well-populated areas, remain alert at all times, and avoid isolated neighborhoods, especially at night. Trusting local knowledge is crucial to navigating the town safely. If you're passing through Saguenay, preparation is essential. Refuel during daylight hours, lock your doors, and plan your route to avoid known high-risk zones. While the town offers breathtaking fjords, cultural events, and friendly daytime residents, ignoring these warnings could lead to trouble. Saguenay isn't inherently unsafe, but by staying vigilant, following local advice, and respecting warning signs, albeit travelers can enjoy its beauty without putting themselves at risk. Safety starts with awareness, even in towns that seem serene on the surface. Could you see yourself stopping for gas in Saguenay after dark? Comment below and share which precaution you take first. We spent hours uncovering these hidden risks, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay informed about Canada's most dangerous small towns. Number 4. Trois-Rivières. Located along the St. Lawrence River, Trois-Rivières may seem like a charming, historic city with cobblestone streets and riverside views. But locals know that appearances can be deceiving. Certain neighborhoods have a history of assaults, street violence, and alcohol-related incidents, prompting residents to warn visitors to avoid stopping at gas stations late at night. Imagine driving through the town after dark, thinking it's safe, only to notice tension brewing outside a convenience store. This is the reality some travelers face. Much of the town's crime is concentrated in specific areas, fueled by economic challenges and the social issues like substance abuse and unemployment. Research on small-town violence shows that even mid-sized cities can have pockets of concentrated risk, as in Province-Support, where assaults and property crime occur more frequently than average. Locals advise travelers to stick to well-lit, populated areas, lock their doors, and avoid isolated streets, especially after dark. These precautions can mean the difference between a safe visit and an unexpected confrontation. If you're passing through Trois-Rivières, preparation is essential. Refuel during daylight, plan your route carefully, and avoid neighborhoods flagged by residents as high risk. While the town has plenty to offer, from historic architecture to lively daytime culture, ignoring local warnings can quickly turn a pleasant trip into a dangerous experience. Trois-Rivières isn't unsafe everywhere, but by trusting local advice and staying alert, visitors can navigate the town safely and enjoy its beauty without putting themselves at risk. Could you imagine stopping in Trois-Rivières at night? Comment below and tell us how you'd stay safe. We spent hours uncovering these hidden dangers, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click. And stay informed about Canada's most violent small towns. Number 3. Shawinigan. Tucked along the St. Maurice River, Shawinigan is a small industrial town that seems peaceful at first glance. but locals warn travelers that certain areas harbor a darker reality. In 2026, the town has experienced assaults, alcohol-related fights, and occasional property crime, prompting warnings to avoid stopping for gas or wandering through isolated neighborhoods at night. Imagine pulling off the highway after a long drive, thinking you're safe, only to see tense groups lingering near a convenience store. This is the hidden side of Shawinigan that residents know all too well. The town's crime is largely tied to social and economic pressures, including unemployment and substance abuse, which contribute to higher rates of violent incidents in specific pockets. Research on small-town crime in Quebec indicates that while daytime streets may appear calm, violence can spike unpredictably in concentrated areas, making local knowledge essential for safe navigation. Authorities advise travelers to stick to populated streets, keep doors locked and avoid neighborhoods flagged as high risk, especially after dark. If you're driving through Shawinigan, preparation is key. Refuel during daylight hours, plan your route carefully, and avoid areas identified by locals as dangerous. While the town offers scenic riverside views, cultural events, and friendly daytime residents, ignoring these warnings could put visitors at risk. Shawinigan isn't unsafe everywhere, but by respecting local advice, staying alert, and avoiding isolated spots, travelers can safely pass through and appreciate the town's charm without encountering danger. Awareness and caution are your best allies here. Could you see yourself stopping in Shawinigan after dark? Comment below and tell us which safety tip you'd follow first. We spent hours researching these hidden dangers, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay aware of Canada's most violent small towns. Number 2. Bathurst. Nestled along the Chaleur Bay, Bathurst might seem like a quiet, welcoming town with coastal charm, but locals warn that appearances can be deceiving. In 2026, certain neighborhoods in Bathurst have reported assaults, alcohol-related incidents, and occasional gang activity, prompting residents to caution visitors against stopping for gas or walking through isolated streets at night. Imagine arriving after a long drive, expecting a peaceful stop, only to sense tension or notice groups lingering near a convenience store. A reminder that even tranquil-looking towns can harbor danger. The town's violent incidents are often concentrated in specific areas and linked to social and economic pressures, including unemployment and substance abuse. And studies on small-town crime in Atlantic Canada show that localized spikes in violence are common, even in towns generally considered safe. Locals emphasize that awareness and vigilance are critical. They advise travelers to stick to well-lit areas, avoid poorly populated streets, and keep doors locked, particularly after dark. By following these precautions, visitors can significantly reduce their risk of encountering trouble. If you're passing through Bathurst, careful planning is key. Refuel during daylight, map your route ahead, and avoid neighborhoods flagged as high risk by residents. While the town offers scenic waterfronts, friendly daytime activity, and a welcoming community, ignoring local warnings could quickly turn a short visit into a dangerous experience. Bathurst isn't unsafe everywhere, but by respecting local advice, staying alert and avoiding isolated areas, travelers can enjoy the town safely and appreciate its charm without putting themselves in harm's way. Could you imagine driving through Bathurst at night? Comment below and tell us which safety tip you'd never ignore. We spent hours uncovering these hidden dangers, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay aware of Canada's most violent small towns. Number 1. Glace Bay. On the eastern coast of Nova Scotia, Glace Bay might look like a quaint former coal town with ocean views and historic charm, but locals know a much darker side. In 2026, the town has experienced alcohol-fueled altercations, assaults, and property crimes, especially near gas stations and isolated streets at night. Residents openly warn travelers not to stop for fuel or wander through certain neighborhoods after dark. Imagine pulling off the highway expecting a quick, safe stop, only to notice tense groups outside a convenience store. This is the kind of danger Glace Bay's locals are cautioning about. Much of the violence stems from social and economic pressures, including unemployment and substance abuse. Studies on small-town crime show that even towns with otherwise calm reputations can have pockets of concentrated risk where incidents happen more frequently than outsiders expect. Locals emphasize that vigilance is essential. Travelers are advised to stick to populated streets, keep doors locked, and avoid isolated areas, especially at night. These precautions can make the difference between a safe visit and a dangerous encounter. If you're passing through Glace Bay, preparation is key. Refuel during daylight, plan your route to avoid high-risk neighborhoods, and trust your instincts. While the town has scenic ocean views and friendly daytime residents, ignoring warnings could put visitors at risk. Glace Bay isn't unsafe everywhere, but by respecting local advice, staying alert, and avoiding isolated areas, so travelers can safely navigate the town and appreciate its charm without becoming part of the crime statistics. Awareness and caution are your best allies here. Could you see yourself stopping in Glace Bay at night? Comment below and tell us how you'd stay safe. We spent hours researching these hidden dangers, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay informed about Canada's most violent small towns. From the rugged streets of Prince George, British Columbia, to the coastal neighborhoods of Glace Bay, Nova Scotia, these 10 towns reveal a side of Canada that many outsiders rarely see. While the country is often celebrated for safety and natural beauty, these communities prove that violence can lurk even in the quietest corners. Whether it's alcohol-fueled altercations, assaults, or thefts, locals warn visitors to stay vigilant, especially when stopping for gas, walking through isolated areas, or traveling after dark. What seems like a calm, scenic town can quickly turn risky if precautions aren't taken. The reasons behind these spikes in crime often stem from economic and social pressures, including unemployment, substance abuse, and limited resources. So research and police reports confirm that even small towns with otherwise peaceful reputations can have pockets of concentrated danger, where incidents occur more frequently than outsiders expect. Residents' warnings aren't exaggerations, they're practical guidance for staying safe. By sticking to populated areas, avoiding high-risk neighborhoods, and being alert, travelers can navigate these towns while minimizing risk. If you plan to pass through these communities, preparation is essential. Refuel during daylight hours, plan your route, and trust your instincts when something feels off. While these towns also offer charm, history, and natural beauty, ignoring local knowledge can turn a brief stop into a dangerous encounter. Awareness, caution, and respect for local advice are the keys to enjoying Canada safely. Which of these towns shocked you the most? Comment below and share how you'd stay safe. We spent hours uncovering these hidden risks, so don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, and stay informed about Canada's most violent small towns.